presentation of the National Football League.
Let's win. Right, win. Right there you go.
Please welcome your defending AFC South champions, Houston Texans.
On the visitor's sideline, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys coming in, winning 3 of their last 4 games. Opposite him on the Texans sideline, DeMeco Ryans. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticism. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, here's Mills. To the sideline and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Called on a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
At the 47-yard line.
Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now Allen. He'll try and do this himself. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Bills.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's more. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Bills first down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Complete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Prater's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Buffalo defense, they get ready as they trot back on the field. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the defense won't get credit for creating points, but that's exactly what they did. All right, forced them into a punt, turned it over to their offense, and guess what? Points went on the board.
Points went on the board, 3 of them. Now they'll be looking for another stop. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And this will be a Texans first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run on first down. Marks. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
A gain of a yard.
A handoff here to Ogunbowale. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. You look at this Buffalo defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. They start the drive with Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
On
play action. Allen. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Will Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Allen going to run with it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Prater's kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
And the Texans, 1st down.
6-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Marks. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. All told, got a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
That's good for Bills.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by Garrett Barnett.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
The Bills, 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Buffalo.
The Bills at 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. All the way home for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston set to take over. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hogan Beloy. He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mills now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Out of the end zone. Tre'Davious White on the coverage.
Mills to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Mills to the air again. He's got his target. That's complete. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Another Texans 1st down. 1st and goal.
To throw, Mills. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 13-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bills' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. Gets past one man. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And they'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down. A gain of 9 yards.
No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? It keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now they'll throw with Allen. Shakir hauls it in.
A gain of 8. And the Bills.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
From the gun, it's Allen. Throw out wide is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Prater's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now out comes Houston. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
3rd and 8.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Throwing, Mills. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw is Mills. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Mills. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Mills now from the 50. He'll try to pick it up himself. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. In motion goes the tight end. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
It's a gain of 2. And the Texans first down.
Now Mills. Open man is Kirk, complete. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Mills. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A first and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Intended for Christian Kirk.
Second and 10.
It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Man in motion left. That's Collins. Mills again. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Mills. He'll try to pick it up himself. He will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
7-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mills. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Davis Mills, 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Texans 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
to throw, it's Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's returnable now for Smith. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Texans will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Up the middle they go. Marks. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
From the gun, here's Mills. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bills to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
On play action, Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Buffalo. 48 yards.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And the Bills first down.
Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 1.
Throwing now is Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Marks. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. Ogunbowale on the screen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Allen. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Smith to return it. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. But there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Bills take over.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try to force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Bills.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done. I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Marks. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He juked him. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Bills first down. A gain of 7.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So nice run there, but negated by the illegal block in the back.
Yeah, and on that type of a play as a receiver, you just want to kind of hold your guy up on the outside, do a little stop blocking with him. But this time, got a little too aggressive, and out came the flag.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
A gain of 15. And the Bills first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Allen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
13 more yards. That's another Bills first down.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And Cook has it left side. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. And out of bounds right around the 20. The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Will Anderson, his 2nd sack of the night.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score 4th-quarter deficit. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At the 34. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard
We'll definitely see some open
line.
running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And a solid run here as they pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Marks. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And trouble trying the middle here. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bills' 20.
Mills to throw it.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Marks. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
2nd and 7.
Joey Bosa. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action. Mills.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
A loss of 3 brings up second and goal.
To throw, Mills. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, Charles, you cannot say enough about that play by their special teams. Think about it. That keeps this game at 2 possessions in the second half and really adds pressure to the opposition.
Yeah, it certainly does, especially their offense. It takes a lot of pressure off the offense of the team that's leading. They got a little bit more of a cushion to play with now. How about the thanks each guy was getting as they came off the field after that block? Special teams, certainly special in that situation.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A gain of 12. First down, Bills.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now Allen. Oh, and that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So here is Mills and the Texans.
Down by 9. A little under 2.5 to go. They're down to 1 timeout plus the 2-minute warning, so speed will certainly be of the essence. Down 2 scores late.
Got a man. It's Collins complete.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mills. Another one caught by
A gain of 6.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard
So it's
line.
Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Pass complete to Chubb.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Mills back to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Mills. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
15 more yards. That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Mills. He's got this one to Hutchinson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Mills looking to throw it. This one taken in by Stover. Well, they need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute, first and 10. Another try from the 19, second and 10. Mills to the air again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. Throwing, Mills. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for Buffalo, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon.